Good evening and welcome to North Little Rock High School, the site of the 7A State Championship Basketball Tournament, and we are live this evening, the semifinals of the 7A Tournament. Jeff and Levi with you, the Lady Cats taking on the Lady Bears of Fort Smith Northside, two teams that are very familiar with each other. Two of the three teams are at the top of the 7A Central throughout the year, Levi. This is the rubber match. They each won one on their home court, neutral site tonight.
Yeah, you asked me before the game, are you ready for part three? I don't know. I don't know if I'm ready for part three. If I'm being honest, I'm a little stressed out right now. But, yeah, you know, these teams know each other probably better than any other two teams in the league the last few years. And they've played some really close games this season. Of course, Conway lost on the road at Northside earlier this year just by 2. Had some poor shooting. Free throw shooting was not where it needed to be, but still a very close game. And then, of course, a few weeks later, they flip, come to Conway, and Conway comes out with this great defensive strategy and neutralized a few of the Lady Grizzlies and won by 4. So I wouldn't expect anything different tonight than another close affair.
The starters for the Lady Bears have been introduced: Sierra Carey, Jersey Wolfenbarger, De'Ara Mays, and then the Brashears sisters, Sarah and Tracy. Tracy Brashears, who wears number 34, and Jersey Wolfenbarger, who wears number 4 for the Lady Bears, are both freshmen. These are 9th graders playing on what is unquestionably the biggest stage they've played on so far. Lady Cats being introduced, and it is the starting 5 that we have grown accustomed to. Reagan Rotzel, Alyssa Netherlane, Maya Yelder, Asia Smith, and Cardrina Nolan will start for Coach Ashley Nance and Jeff Gifford and the whole crew of great ambassadors for Conway High School and Conway Lady Cat basketball. Reagan Rotzel, let's talk about her for a second. First one introduced. We need her on the scoreboard tonight.
Yeah, we do. She had no points yesterday, but luckily for her, her teammates bailed her out a little bit. She was, looking at this number here, 0 for 4. So she didn't even really put up that many shots in terms of what she normally does. But yeah, we definitely are going to need her to be on her game tonight.
Alyssa Netherlane, Maya Yelder, Asia Smith, and Cardrina Nolan, the other starters for Coach Ashley Nance. Speaking of yesterday's game, Asia Smith had a big game, 23 points. Maya had 14 points, 4 steals, and 4 assists. And Cardrina Nolan was just a point and a rebound away from a double-double. 9 points, 9 rebounds for Cardrina.
And for Cardrina and Maya, most of that came in the second half. So it was really all Asia in the first half, and then she continued in the second half. And then Maya and Cardrina came on in the second half, helped kind of extend that lead and get it padded out. You're going to need all 3 of these players, all 4 of them, to be firing from the start.
Great crowd on hand. The North Little Rock boys will play following this game against Harbor. They will be taking on Springdale Harbor in the game that follows this one. And so you'll see more and more folks filing in as the night goes on. But the second girls semifinal is underway. The winner next week in Hot Springs will take on the North Little Rock Lady Charging Wildcats.
And here we go.
Already with issues with the clock. Well, that has been...
I wasn't even talking about the clock.
Oh.
Already coming out, that triangle in 2. We saw it the last time these teams played. You got Netherland and Rotzel manned up against the 2 freshmen.
We've had multiple issues with the clock throughout the course of the tournament, and so early on already just a slight issue. They run 3 seconds off the clock, and now we will watch the defense. What you're watching for is watch our number 4, Alyssa Netherlane, face guarding Jersey Wolfenbarger. Everywhere she goes, she's there. Reagan Rotzel's doing the same on Sarah Brashears. The other 3 Lady Cats are all playing zone. Triangle in 2. Steal leads to a basket attempt, and it's no good by Asia Smith. Carey, Wolfenbarger, Mays, Brashears, and Brashears, the starting 5 for legendary coach Ricky Smith. Deep three-point attempt is good. Sierra Carey drains the three-pointer from the top of the key, and Northside takes the early lead. Asia Smith. Cardrina Nolan asking for it inside. Can't get it to her. That's Maya, and she will draw the foul. Be called on De'Ara Mays.
You can already see Cardrina and Asia having a little conversation there. Cardrina trying to get position on Brashears, and that's going to be a a hard fight for her tonight on the inside, Northside. Much more size than previous teams we've played.
Asia Smith will take her time.
Setting up a
Try to go by Carey. Will draw the foul, and 2 shots upcoming for Asia Smith.
And Asia smartly picking up where she left off yesterday as she scored so many of her points from the free throw line. She was 12 of 14 yesterday, so almost more than half of her points coming from the free throw line.
A game of this importance, you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, how important free throws will be. She hits the first. It's a 1-point game. Carey to bring the ball up. And that triangle in 2 defense once again for the Lady Cats. Expect to see it most of the night. You got to be aware, though, there's a wide open De'Ara Mays who was underneath and got behind the 3 players playing zone.
And they didn't stick with this defense the entire game. They did, kind of mixed it up throughout. So wouldn't be surprised to see them get into a different defense at some point.
Mays' 3-point basket that banks in, and it's 6-2.
They may have to get into something different if Northside keeps shooting threes like they are.
Smith and Yelder. Reagan Rotzel in the left wing. Yelder keeps the ball herself in the paint. Difficult shot off the glass and in. Maya Yelder, averaging almost 14 points a game, found a way to get that basket. Very, very difficult.
Magician, Maya Yelder.
6-4. Northside has the 2-point lead. That's exactly what I saw in the last series, or the last possession, when Mays got behind the rest of the defense and she was wide open. That time they found her for an easy basket. Reagan Rotzel.
There we go.
Bounced off the front of the rim, hit the glass, and went through, and she was the first one clapping. She knows that she needs one to go down, and it did.
Well, last time these teams played, this was all new to Northside because Conway didn't do this the first time they played. They've had time to make adjustments themselves.
3-point basket is no good. Cardrina Nolan with the rebound. Finds Asia Smith. Lady Cats a chance to take their first lead of the night. Instead, loose ball, no foul called. Northside in transition. Travel.
They've been calling that so tightly here in the tournament. It's been nice to see some consistency.
8-7 is our score. Scoreboard not at the top of the screen right now. I'll try to get that up for you in just a moment. I can tell you it's 8-7. The visiting team on the scoreboard is Fort Smith Northside. They are winning by a point with 4:45 to play in the first quarter. Yelder. 3-point attempt by Maya. Bottom of the net. And the Lady Cats have their first lead. It's 10-8.
They shot 23 threes yesterday.
3-point attempt by Mays off the front of the rim. No good. Asia Smith will call a block. They will whistle Carey, I believe, for it. And if that's the case, that is the second personal foul on their starting point guard, Sierra Carey.
She's just so fast. It's hard to get squared up to take a charge on Asia Smith. And she plays with no fear, even after the knee injury a few years ago.
Right.
The way she just gives her body up in the lane like that, it's really something to see.
Perfect 4 of 4 from the free throw line for Asia Smith, and the lead is 4. 14-8. Correction, 12-8 is our score. Good defense by the Lady Cats. Alyssa Netherlane got there. Looked like it was good defense instead of whistle. And it will be on Alyssa Netherlane, her first. That's the first team foul.
Well, it looked like Conway had gotten out of that triangle in 2 for that possession there, but here they go again, right back into it.
And again, what Levi's talking about is watch number 2 for us and watch number 4 for us in white. That's the us we're referring to, and how they are mirroring every move of their 2 Northside players that they're defending. The other 3 are playing zone. Very, very difficult shot that goes for Sarah Brashears. 6-foot junior will get a free throw.
Yeah, Coach Nance calling for a travel there. You can see her in our shot.
Sarah Brashears is the older of the 2 Brashears sisters. They transferred from Lake Hamilton in the offseason and have been a nice addition for Coach Ricky Smith and his Lady Bears. Both of these teams come into this game 26-3.
It's remarkable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Somebody's season will end tonight. Somebody else gets a chance to be 4 quarters away from a state title. Asia Smith.
The other team that's already punched their ticket were these top 3 teams here in the 7A Central, teams that split with each other.
And North Little Rock rolled over Little Rock Central today, 77-38. There's that logo range we talked about. The shot is no good, but Maya Yelder cleans it up and gets the follow. 3-point lead for the Lady Cats. Picked up her dribble, did Wolfenbarger. That's Carey playing with 2 fouls. That's the younger Brashears. She will shoot that. Shot is missed. Cardrina Nolan, big on the boards. Under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Asia Smith. Shot is missed. And Alyssa Netherland goes in to try to get a quick steal and instead commits her 2nd personal foul, and she will have to have a seat next to Coach Ashley Nance.
Yeah, Jada Pickens coming in to spell Alyssa. Jada played a lot the last time these 2 teams played because they were kind of spelling each other in that triangle and 2 that they were running. Anytime Alyssa wasn't on the floor, Jada was in to give her a little bit of a breather. I guess they're not letting her come in.
They're not letting Jada come in. Not entirely sure why. That's very interesting. She'll be able to come in now with the ball being tipped out of bounds. Jada was tucking in her shirt and tying her shorts up. I wonder if there was something with the uniform situation there. But nonetheless, she's in the game now, and Alyssa Netherland sits with 2 personal fouls. 14-11. Tracy Brashears passes the ball out to Sydney Green, who has just checked in. Green between the circles. Triangle in 2 still in existence with Jada Pickens picking up Jersey Wolfenbarger, the talented freshman for Fort Smith Northside. Green, crossover. Shot won't go. Brashears goes up with a wild shot, falls to the ground. Foul will be called on Reagan Rotzel.
To even be able to play this defense, you have to have incredible athletes at every position because you got to have 2 that can play man up on the entire floor. But then your other 3 that are playing that zone, they have so much ground they have to cover. I don't see many teams being able to do this, but these Lady Cats can. Mentioned
Alyssa Netherlane has 2 fouls, and she's on the bench. That was the 2nd on Reagan Rotzel. So Reagan playing with 2 personal fouls, and she'll stay on the court. Ball knocked away. The foul called on Jazz Coleman, the sophomore who has checked into the game.
Yelder took kind of a rough fall. Looked like she fell into maybe a thigh or knee there.
Yelder. Deep 3. Front of the rim, no good.
Yeah, there you go.
They're going to get Tracy Brashears over the back of Cardrina Nolan. Cardrina, great block out, got great position on the offensive glass. Draws the foul on Tracy Brashears. That is her first.
There were so many times yesterday against Van Buren where she was getting such great position. She's picking right back up here tonight.
Entry pass to Asia Smith. Rotzel back to Smith. Bounce pass to Maya Yelder. Playing against this zone. And shoot their way out of it. Minute 44, clock running here in the first quarter. Jada Pickens draws the foul. Took a hand to the head according to the official. See who they got for this foul.
Yeah, and I wasn't sure if they were calling that that foul against Pickens or if it was maybe something against Yelder because she was kind of down there banging around.
And that is going to be the 2nd against Tracy Brashears. So their talented freshman has got 2 personal fouls. We'll see how that affects Ricky Smith's decision making. Jada Pickens missed both free throws, but Maya Yelder gets the offensive rebound. Asia. Right side to Yelder. Maya with the left-hand dribble. Smith again in the corner. Pickens pulled it down. Now she'll take the three. Too long, but to Maya Yelder, who can't finish. And not a good possession at all for the Lady Cats.
Yeah, rough go there for Pickens. She missed both free throws and then
airball to three-pointer.
It's hard being a sophomore in a situation like this.
It is. And I want to pay attention to something interesting that I'm watching play out on the far side. Coach Nance has motioned for Lydia York, a 5'4" sophomore guard. She is taken off her warm-up shirt, and Reagan Rhodes is playing with 2 personal fouls. And so Coach has called Lydia York down and see if we see the sophomore get in the game. That'll be a travel, Jada Pickens, and that's exactly what's going to happen. Coach Nance going to the little used Lydia York, I'm combining words there, to bring the sophomore in the game.
Yeah.
Real interesting.
Yeah, and I think she can be a good spell for either Rotzel or Netherlane, since both of them kind of in early foul trouble here.
Both with 2, and where we are in the game, the clock's not on the scoreboard right now, but I can tell you it's 51 seconds to play in the first quarter. So what will happen here is we'll have Lydia on the court probably for this rest of the quarter, and then the quarter break, and maybe one of those 2 will come back in. 3-point attempt is no good. Good defense by the Lady Cats. Asia Smith stops and shoots and misses. They're going to call a charge on Asia.
Late whistle.
Asia Smith called for the charge. That is her first and the 5th team foul. Already, Fort Smith Northside has been called for 6, so the Lady Cats will be in the 1-and-1 for the rest of the way in the first half.
And this score has been at 14-12 for several minutes.
Wolfenbarger picks up her dribble, finds Keith Tampus. Sydney Green, Tampus dribbles in the lane, around, 10 seconds. Charge. The official and Coach Ashley Nance called it in unison. That is the 7th team foul, but since it's a player control foul, there'll be no free throws upcoming, but that's Sydney Green's first. Conway will spend the entire second quarter shooting free throws after penalties. Down to 2. Deep 3 by Maya Yelder. Doesn't go. Conway will take the 2-point lead. 14-12 into the second quarter. We'll take 60 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Prevent break-ins with Conway Corp Home Security. Arm windows and doors with sensors plus motion detectors throughout the house. All monitored 24/7. See inside and out with live video feed and control it all with your all-in-one touchscreen panel or from your mobile device. We make it easy to protect what matters. Security for you, powered by us.
Close first quarter, not surprising. 14-12 is our score, 2-point lead for Conway.
Yeah, Maya Yelder leading the way early, 7 points, 4 rebounds. Asia Smith close behind with 4 points. And Reagan Rotzel, the other 3 for Conway. She is 1 of 1 from the 3-point line, which is, it's nice to see that she has a stat line here early after kind of a tough game she had yesterday.
Needed to get one to go for sure. Just underway now in the second quarter. Live tonight in North Little Rock on Channel 5 and 585 on Conway Corp Cable and online at conwaycorp.com/WC2go. Thank you to Conway Regional Health System for sponsoring these games, football and basketball. Great partners. Love working with them. And we certainly appreciate them helping make these games available for you back home in Conway or wherever you're watching. If you're watching online. Lydia York, the sophomore, has stayed in the game as the second quarter begins. She wears number 3 and didn't get a whole lot of minutes during the varsity season, but she is in a very, very important spot early in this game. Asia Smith drains the three-pointer, extends the lead to 5.
That cuts a dry spell for Conway, going a few minutes towards the end of the first quarter. Good to get some points on the board.
So the triangle and 2 is still what they're running, and Lydia York is responsible for guarding their freshman, Jersey Wolfenbarger.
You know, you talked about York. It has been limited, right? But even in her limited minutes and kind of some cleanup action late in games, she's not been afraid to put the 3-ball up herself. And she's a pretty good little shooter.
Yeah.
And we've seen her play in some of the JV games before, the home games. She can shoot, so she might play a big role tonight just because of the foul trouble.
Not playing intimidated at all, and you wouldn't expect anybody that plays for Coach Ashley Nance to play that way. They practice at such a frantic pace. They play such a tough schedule. They prepare for moments just like this from about the time that they enter 7th grade and start playing this style of basketball in the city. Jada Pickens for 3. Bottom of the net. 7-point lead for the Lady Cats.
Conway was really missing that in-and-out game yesterday. We're going to need to see more of that to open up and get them some good looks out at the 3.
Look at that defense. Maya Yelder. All right, they're going to call 5 seconds. It was either 5 seconds or a foul.
Elbow to the face.
Yeah, and so one way or the other, if it would have been the elbow to the face, that would have been the 3rd on the freshman Brashears. Instead, a break for Ricky Smith, just a 5-second call. So her very, very talented freshman, one of the 2 very talented freshmen, stays in.
Maya's taken a few shots to the head already here in the first half.
Yelder, deep 3, no good.
That's a foul. Come on.
Tie game or tie ball, and going to go the other way.
I don't know how I feel about that one, Jeff. Asia had position.
20-13 is our score. Conway leading Fort Smith Northside. We're 2 minutes into the second quarter.
Another big factor here early, free throws. We saw it happen yesterday for Conway. Looks like it's going to be a big thing here again. They're 4-6.
Tracy Brashears misses the 3-point attempt out of bounds, and 3 Conway players watched it go out of bounds because they thought it was off a red, but the officials said otherwise. So it is going to be Northside ball underneath their own basket. Wide open shot from the elbow, no good. Rebound. We're going to go the other way as it goes off the hands of Brashears.
Lady Cats going to have to keep fighting for position. Rebounding going to be so important against Northside, so much size, but it's even harder when you're running this triangle and 2 because a lot of the time your bigs, or you don't have as many numbers down in the paint.
20-13, 5.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Pickens, Smith, finds Maya Yelder, looking to make a return trip to Hot Springs. Yelder in the lane, tough shot, won't go. Wolfenbarger will bring it back for Fort Smith Northside, finds Sierra Carey. Clock goes under 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Our apologies, an issue with our clock right now, so we don't have that part of our scoreboard. So I'll try to keep you updated on how much time there is and where we are in the game. Second quarter, our scoreboard's telling you that. It's telling you that it's 20-15, which it is. And I can tell you we've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the second quarter. Lydia York for 3, get in. A little strong. And a foul will be called on Jada Pickens. And that will be 1-1 upcoming. So the first on Pickens, 7th team foul. And at the free throw line will be Sarah Brashears, where she is 2 out of 3 tonight. hits them both, and the lead is down to 3. 4 straight points scored by Northside.
Yeah, Conway's only scored 3 here pretty much halfway through the second quarter. This game has slowed down quite a bit.
Yelder, no call from behind, and Maya again took a hard shot. Coach Nance not happy at all. Sierra Carey, shot is missed. The follow is good by Sarah Brashears. 6 straight points scored by Northside to make it a 1-point game. And a charge. That is big. That's the second on Asia Smith. So 3 starters for Coach Ashley Nance, playing with 2 personal, or one of them playing, 2 on the bench.
You always see stretches like this in a game, especially it seems like always in the playoffs here, right, where you have these dry spells and you just got to find a way to weather it sometimes. And we talked about this yesterday. This Conway defense going to have to key some things off to get that offense moving in transition.
And they just called another foul. Again, that time on Jada Pickens, so now she's got 2. Pickens, Rotzel, Netherlane, Smith, all with 2 personal fouls. And you see Coach Nance talking to the official, wanting some answers. 1-1 upcoming for Brashears.
It's probably like, okay, you're calling the fouls on us, but why are all our players bloodied and on the floor?
Right. The 1-1 is missed. They'll be in the double bonus for the rest of the way. There have been no fouls called against Northside here in the second quarter. They had 7 at the break. Just under 3.5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Conway leads 20-19. Northside on a 6-0 run. Yelder draws the foul. First on Sarah Brashears.
This will be Maya's first free throw attempts tonight. Conway 4 of 6. All of that coming, seemed like all of that coming in the first quarter. They haven't been able to
Asia hit 4 out of 4, and Jada Pickens missed a couple. Maya hits the first one there. 21-19, the winner again gets North Little Rock. The Lady Charging Wildcats winning earlier today big over Little Rock Central, 77-38. Second one good by Maya. Good to see those both go down. It's a 3-point lead. The Lady Cats needed some points,
Had to make you feel pretty good to see all 4 teams in the Final Four Central teams.
Oh, absolutely. Well, it's been the best basketball in the state on the high school level of the big schools. These 3 teams, and Central, we talked about them a lot. They struggled today, but with what competition that they had to play week in and week out, there were just no chances for a break, and that's a good team. Knocked off Fayetteville, the Fayetteville team that had won 14 straight coming into the tournament.
We're going to see this turn into a low-scoring game tonight.
It might. It's a chess match between 2 great ones, Ashley Nance, Ricky Smith. Smith has been there a couple of decades, and this Northside program has had some unbelievable success. They had a run of 4 straight state championships right around the turn of the century.
You can see him out there. Just tell him to spread out with them. Everyone's content. I saw this happen one time when I was in high school. The score at halftime was 3-2.
Whoa.
And our team was winning, but they only had like 2 shots because they did this exact thing the entire game. They were playing a team that was much faster than them, and you know, the other team's equally culpable because they're not coming out trying to defend.
Absolutely, yeah. The argument of, well, we need a shot clock. Well, no, we teams have got to play defense too. So we are a minute plus into Asia Smith dribbling the basketball.
The boos will come eventually.
You're hearing a few boring chants, but then, again, it's both teams deciding it. Now they're going to go. Jada Pickens finds Maya Yelder. Coach Nance is playing with multiple players with foul trouble, so she's trying to avoid any more of that if she can. Out of bounds, going to stay on this end. Again, Jada Pickens is on the court with 2 personal fouls. Asia Smith is on the court with 2 personal fouls. And 2 starting guards are sitting next to her on the bench with 2 personal fouls. So if she's got to slow things down just to extend some playing time, she has to. Asia Smith, 3-pointer. Too strong. Cardrina Nolan. She gets the rebound and draws the foul. It's going to send her to the line. And I believe that's going to be Sarah Brashears, and if it is, that's her second. And it is. So both Brashears sisters have 2 personal fouls each.
Oh, Jeff.
You all right?
Let me just put it this way. I didn't have gray hairs before I started broadcasting with you.
I know.
I'm not blaming you.
I understand. Yeah, I had a full head of dark hair when I started doing this too. That is not the case now.
Playoff basketball, man.
23-19. Second one is good. Cardrina Nolan hits them both. The lead out to 5. The biggest lead was 20-13. And then it was a 6-0 run that cut the lead to 1, and Conway scored 4 straight since then. Under a minute to go. Brashears in the lane, too strong. Nolan with another rebound. Boy, she's been great on the boards. Yelder. Maya comes out of there with it somehow, finds Asia Smith. Rebound to Maya Yelder. Maya somehow, you called her a magician earlier. I think you're right.
She's played harder in this first half than
without question
3 games combined at any point this season.
Yes.
She's taking some shots.
And still smiling out there.
And I don't mean like shots, like she's shooting the ball.
Right.
She is taking some hard hits.
Kind of banged and bruised. 24-19 is our score. Yelder hit 2 free throws a moment ago. She'll try a couple here.
You saw her collect herself there. I can only imagine how tired she is.
Yes.
This has been a wild first half.
25-19. (26-19), and Asia Smith, who has 2 personal fouls, is going to sit for the final half minute of the first half. Alyssa Netherlane back in as she plays with 2 personal fouls. And the Lady Cats have regained that big lead that they had earlier, 7 points, 26-19.
Yep, down here, Lydia York guarding up on Wolfenbarger. She had her hands straight up in the air. Wolfenbarger takes her hands and throws them down.
Well, you can't do that. That's a freshman, Jersey Wolfenbarger, who was getting frustrated and did that to Lydia York.
They were thinking it was going to be a 1-and-1.
Yeah, player control foul, so no free throws, but a chance here with the final 20 seconds for the Lady Cats to try to extend this lead. They lead by 7 as we approach the end of the first half.
Love to see a 3 here. Get it out to 10.
Down to 8. Yelder down to 4. Going to have to get a shot away. It's Alyssa Netherlane. Good look at it. It didn't go, but hey, these Lady Cats will take this. 26-19. Conway has the 7-point lead as we go to halftime. Time now for the Conway Regional Health System halftime show.
Hi, I'm Dr. Greg Kendrick with Conway Regional Health System. Conway Regional has been an important part of this community since 1938, providing excellent care with skill and compassion. But we're not just a hospital. Let me tell you about some of our fantastic facilities and services. Located off of College Avenue, just a few blocks down from the medical center, Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is equipped to handle a wide variety of problems for patients of all ages. If you need urgent care, and it's after work or on the weekend, the Conway Regional After Hours Clinic is open 7 days a week with no appointment necessary. Conway Regional After Hours Clinic, your best option for after-hours care. Located on Robinson Avenue next to Laurel Park, the Conway Regional Rehabilitation Hospital is one of only 4 licensed inpatient rehab hospitals in the entire state. Patients are cared for by specially trained staff under the direction of an on-site physician who specializes in rehabilitation medicine. Conway Regional Rehab Hospital, your choice for comprehensive care to bring you one step closer to home. With 4 locations in Conway and Greenbrier, some with extended clinic hours, our dedicated team provides therapy services, including physical, speech, and occupational therapy, aquatic therapy, cardiac rehabilitation, sports outreach, and pelvic floor rehabilitation. At Conway Regional, we are committed to providing all of our patients the highest quality of care.
Start of the third quarter now from North Little Rock. It is 26-19. Your Lady Cats are 2 quarters away from a return trip to Hot Springs, and it would be a familiar opponent if they can make it. North Little Rock awaits the winner of this game.
And that player right there, Maya Yelder, leading the way for Conway in the first half, 11 points and 5 rebounds.
And if there was hustle stats, she'd be leading the team with that too. Unbelievable.
She's been playing the game of her life tonight.
Great pass from Reagan Rotzel to Asia Smith, off the glass and in. Biggest lead of the night. Lady Cats are up 28-19.
They've had trouble getting the ball in the interior, so they kind of switch up a little design play there to get Asia Smith on the inside.
Jersey Wolfenbarger gets the air ball and lays it in. It's 28-21. Cardrina Nolan. Who else? Maya Yelder there to clean it up. Smith for 3. Rebound to Brashears. That's Sarah Brashears. Hands the ball off to Sierra Carey, the starting point guard. Lots of players with 2 personal fouls. Nobody with 3 right now, but there's a number of players on both sides with 2. We'll keep an eye on that as the second half unfolds. Completely uncontested layup by De'Ara Mays. Cuts the lead back to 5.
And the reason there aren't any players with 2 is because most of them spent a lot of time on the bench in the first half.
Netherlane for 3. Got it. Alyssa Netherlane. Big basket for the senior. And it's 31-23.
And that's what's so tough about her having to spend so much of the first half on the bench. Her and Rotzel both. They're your 3-point shooters. You got to have them out there.
That's Mays. Long cross-court pass to Carey. Loose ball.
What a play by Smith.
Asia Smith. You know, and the story's been told a lot, and of course our friends up at Spirit 52 did such a great job telling the story of Maya and Asia and their dueling knee injuries and rehab from that. If you didn't know, there is nothing about how either one of those young ladies have played this year, and especially tonight, that either of them ever dealt with anything like that. Long 3-pointer is good by Tracy Brashears. And it is 31-26. 31-26 with 5:40 to play in the third quarter. Having some technical issues, and our apologies that our scoreboard, it's normally on the screen, is not there. But we'll tell you what's going on as the game unfolds. Reagan Rotzel misses the 3-pointer. Asia Smith pirouettes around. Good, strong move to the basket, but they'll say she walked, and Coach Nance was like, where? Where did she walk?
She's pleading with the ref that had the closer look to overrule, but no go there. Conway committed just 3 turnovers in the first half to 7 for Northside. Pretty clean first half for these teams.
That's Carey.
Of course, we had an almost 2-minute stretch where nothing happened.
That's right. Asia Smith just dribbled the ball.
And I want to call that out because I was talking to one of my agents at halftime,
a
secret agent, and he made a good point of, when have you ever seen Coach Nance do that? Make a change like that, especially in a big game like this.
Yes.
And I was like, you know what? That's true. But she was forcing them to get out of that zone, and it led to, 4 or 5 points late?
That's correct.
So it was a big move.
And Conway gets the basketball here after a sloppy possession from Northside. Reagan Rotzel for 3. Too strong. The rebound.
It was a good
Tracy
look.
Brashears, it was. Real good look. Right on line, just a little bit too strong.
She's going to have to keep taking them because she only had 1 attempt in the first half, and she made it. She spent most of the time on the bench.
Great hands. Cardrina Nolan got in the way of a pass intended for Brashears. Smith, easy to the basket and in. Timeout called by the Lady Bears. We'll take it with them. 4:07 to play in the third quarter. 30-second break, and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5. Our score is 33-26. There's 4:07 to play in the third quarter. Correction on that a moment ago. Timeout was called by Conway.
It has been a tough game offensively for both teams. Conway shooting 30% overall and just 28% from the three-point line, so below their season average. But the free throw shooting has been great. They're 10-12, and that has really helped them keep, a nice healthy lead. They've been able to extend it at times. It'll shrink back down, and then that free throw shooting has helped them a lot. And turnovers, they're now winning the turnover battle 8-4, but usually they're well into the double digits in turnovers, and forcing turnovers at this point. It's hard to do that against a team as talented and well coached as Northside.
Ricky Smith, the head coach for Northside, has been there a long time. He's led his team to a 26-3 record this year, the same record that the Lady Cats have. Wild shot underneath. Maya Yelder, all the strength in the world, pulls it away from Sarah Brashears, and Brashears is going to be whistled for the foul, and that is her third, and that is huge. Sarah Brashears.
She's staying on the court.
Going to stay on the court. Just under 4 minutes to play in the state semifinals, and Brashears plays with 3. 33-26, Lady Cats on top. Alyssa Netherlane passes out to Maya Yelder. Rhodes will run in the baseline. Instead, it's to Netherlane, left side. Yelder. Entry pass. Nolan. Cardrina. A lot of contact, no foul. And Northside in transition, trailing 33-26.
Fast third quarter here.
Mays. Tough angle, can't get it to go. Out to Tracy Brashears, the freshman. Over to Jazz Coleman. Knocked away, good hands, Cardrina Nolan. Out in front, Asia Smith.
She had me holding my breath there. She kind of bobbled close to the basket there, but whew.
That ties the biggest margin of the night for the Lady Cats. They're up 9.
And it's all been keyed by this defense here in the second half.
Brashears, three-pointer won't go. Turnaround shot won't go. Another shot for the Lady Bears. It won't go. Maya Yelder comes away with it. 3 tries were enough.
Here stats calling them, slow down.
2 minutes and 18 seconds
and
to go.
that was kind of the point of my agent at halftime was, hey, if they're not going to come out, they're never going to cut into that lead.
That's right.
They're just good. If they're willing to let time eke off the clock, let them do it.
Yelder draws the foul from Jazz Coleman. That'll be her second.
And this game, I mean, it's been an abnormal game in terms of what you usually see from Conway. Fewer possessions, every possession a little bit sweeter. So you're not getting that high volume of shots up. And the free throw shooting, 10 of 12.
And 2 upcoming here for Maya Yelder. Tell you what, that is a lot of time in the gym alone, a lot of time in the gym with Asia Smith, a lot of time in the gym with her sister, Alexis Tollfree. Just a lot of time in the gym, and she is able to step up and be banged around the way she has tonight and to shoot the way she's shooting. 6 straight free throws.
Yeah, 12 of 14 now, and like you said, 6 of 6 from Yelder.
And the lead is 11, biggest lead that the Lady Cats have had. Less than 2 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Lady Cats have shifted into that 1-3-1.
They'll get Maya Yelder. She is the one Lady Cat that plays a lot that hasn't been whistled for a foul. That's her first, though. Tracy Brashears will throw it in to Sydney Green.
So they stick with the 1-3-1 again here. First time really tonight. We've seen them in their base defense.
Skip pass, loose ball out of bounds. And they're going to get Asia Smith for a foul. They were both going for the ball. That's big. That is the third on Asia Smith.
We probably won't see her again until the fourth quarter.
And she will come out. Jada Pickens will come in.
So even more responsibility going to be put on the shoulders of Maya Yelder here down the stretch.
It was all Asia yesterday. It's been the Maya show tonight. But working together, they are the Lady Cats, and it has been a great first three quarters. A big three-pointer there by the freshman Jersey Wolfenbarger, and that makes the score 37-29 with 1:29 to play in the third quarter. We'll take 30 seconds and come back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Prevent break-ins with Conway Corp Home Security. Arm windows and doors with sensors plus motion detectors throughout the house. All monitored 24/7. See inside and out with live video feed and control it all with your all-in-one touchscreen panel or from your mobile device. We make it easy to protect what matters. Security for you, powered by us.
(37-29) is our score. The Lady Cats have the lead by 8. They led by 11. That's been their biggest lead before that three-pointer by Wolfenbarger, and a foul. A little pressure from Ricky Smith's Lady Bears.
Oh, and he's hot.
Yes, he is. He is not happy.
He is fiery right now. That's not how you drew it up.
Just seconds into the ball being thrown in following a timeout that he used, and a foul is committed. Less than 90 seconds to go. Defense pressure leads to a bad pass by the Lady Cats and a turnover. A minute 19 to play in the third quarter. Lady Cats leading 37-29.
In a situation like that is when you really miss Asia Smith, your point guard, being on the floor.
Carey. Wolfenbarger, deep three. The freshman hits another one. She has hit 2 in a row, and she has cut the lead herself down to 6. Correction, 5. Rotzel. Reagan finds Maya Yelder. Jada Pickens, good entry pass, but nice defense by Jazz Coleman. She got in the way of it. Pickens saw an open lane to Cardrina Nolan, and it was knocked away.
You can see Coach Nance looking up at the clock. Can we survive this 48 seconds here?
The Lady Cats led by 11, 37-26. Timeout was tried to be called by Coach Nance. Instead, it was a travel. So a turnover, and the Lady Cats sputtering to the end of the quarter here. It's been 6 straight points scored by the Lady Bears. 37-32. Wolfenbarger. She's the freshman, passes to the other freshman, Brashears. Green. Jersey Wolfenbarger from 16. It is 37-34. 8 straight points by the freshman here at the end of the third quarter. Knocked out of bounds. They're going to say it was off Maya Yelder's leg. And so the Lady Bears will have a chance to tie this game with a three-pointer or cut even more out of the lead if they choose here. The final 13 seconds. Unbelievable turn of events in the last couple of minutes of this third quarter. Brashears. Knocked away by Netherlane. They cannot control it. The quarter will come to an end. Conway leads by 3, 37-34. We are 8 minutes away from seeing who goes to Hot Springs to take on North Little Rock. 60 seconds and we're back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Your life is about to change forever. and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise, Conway Regional.
Hi, I'm Robin Dyer and welcome to Burn. It's time to work out. This workout is going to be quick, something you can do at home for your busy lifestyle. Give me about half an hour and I'm going to help you find your breathless edge. This is the workout that's going to be suited just for you. So come join me and let's get fit together.
Well, not that long ago, the Lady Cats led 37-26. 8 straight points by the freshman Jersey Wolfenbarger to end the third quarter has cut the lead to 3 as we enter the fourth.
Yeah, Northside outscored Conway 15-11 there in the third quarter. So it's final 8 minutes here. And Asia Smith back on the court. She's got 13, tied for the lead with Maya Yelder.
Asia playing with 3 personal fouls, a few others with 2, but nobody else with 3. And on the Lady Bears side, Sarah Brashears is playing with 3. Actually, correction, she is on the bench right now with her 3 personal fouls. Maya Yelder holding on to the basketball and forcing the Lady Bears to do something with it defensively. They're going to come out a little. Yelder has the dribble. Waiting for something open. Finds Nolan, finds Asia Smith. Asia drives off the glass, no good. Pass out to Tracy Brashear. She finds Sierra Carey. The Lady Bears have scored 8 straight points. 7 minutes to play in the game. Netherlane goes for the steal, can't get it. Jazz Coleman.
You kind of feel like when Conway got that big lead, they've just started playing to hold on to the lead and not playing to win these last 8 minutes or so.
Green, loose ball. Brashears comes away with it, and the lead is 1. Ten straight points before that huge basket.
And we saw this happen just a few weeks ago at Central. They had that big lead going into the fourth quarter. It shrunk. They even lost it at one point. When they had to make big shots, they found ways to do it.
Coleman dribbles through the baseline to the opposite side. Carey to Tracy Brashears. Maya Yelder has her defensively. Coleman can't get it to go. Cardrina Nolan a big rebound. And she's been huge on the glass tonight. Under 6 minutes to play in the game. Lady Cats up 3 with the basketball.
Yeah, it was her 10th rebound.
Netherlane in and out. That went halfway down. They're going to get the foul called. Let me get the foul on Maya Yelder.
Man,
that's her second.
Would have been a big 3 there, Jeff. Oh.
39-36.
And they're still sticking. Well, actually, it looks like now that they may be going back to the triangle and 2. So the stretch where Northside started scoring and cutting into the lead, they had gone back to their base defense. And now here we go again.
Carey for 3, no good. Long rebound. She gets it herself. Sierra Carey cuts the lead back to 1. Asia Smith has the ball. The Lady Cats up by a point. Asia Smith to the glass and in. Big basket by the junior, Asia Smith. Netherlane, whistle for the foul as she tries to cut off Jersey Wolfenbarger, and that's the third on Alyssa.
You just knew it was going to be like this, Jeff.
When it got to 11, even then you knew it was going to be like this.
It was a 2-point game the first time, 4-point game the second time. You just know it's going to be another close one here tonight.
Tracy Brashears can't get it to go. Nolan, another rebound. Asia Smith. Lady Cats leading by 3. Yelder. Back to Asia Smith. Those two have played thousands of minutes of basketball together over their lifetime. The juniors looking to get Ashley Nance back to Hot Springs. This program went 3 straight years, missed out a year ago, looking to get back. 4.5 minutes to play. Comes a bit of a double team. Yelder. Alyssa Netherlane finds Asia Smith. Asia thought about it and pulled it down. Bounce pass to Yelder. Asia Smith open look at 3. Bottom of the net. Asia Smith extends the lead to 44-38. Big basket by the junior.
Three-point shooting has been down tonight, but it's such a huge part of their offense. You knew it was going to come back.
Tracy Brashears, no good. Sarah Brashears gets the rebound. Maya Yelder standing with her arms straight up, but that's not how the official saw it. That's the third on Yelder. Netherlane, Yelder, Smith, all playing with 3 personal fouls as we cross the halfway mark of the 4th quarter. Sarah Brashears at the free throw line. (44-39). 44-40. Tracy Brashears and Sarah Brashears both will come out here for a moment. 44-40 is our score with Conway on top. Whistle before the pass even comes in. They're going to get Mays for that. That is her 3rd. Neither team is putting the other team at the free throw line yet. 5 team fouls against Conway, only 4 against Northside as we're down to the final 3.5 minutes. Got to help her out. Ashley Nance is going to help her out. Calls timeout. We'll take it with them. 30 seconds and we are back on Conway Corp Channel 5.
Fitness is about so much more than exercise. It's a catalyst for positive change and it affects every aspect of your life. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center is your source for comprehensive medical-based health and fitness programs. Dedicated to improving the wellness of those within our community, we offer something for everyone in the family. Conway Regional Health and Fitness Center, over 20 years of health and wellness in our community.
Here's the situation, 3 minutes and 44 seconds to the end of the game. The winner of tonight's game takes on North Little Rock next week for the state championship. If you're wondering when that game will be played, join the club. We'll know tomorrow at 2 o'clock when the AAA has their press conference to announce the game times for all of the games. So if it is Conway, of course, we'll let you know about it as soon as we know about it. Maya Yelder goes strong to the basket, but is fouled, and she will go to the free throw line where she has been perfect tonight.
You saw it. As soon as the junior got the ball, she felt that contact coming up behind, knew she had a step, and she gets to the basket as quick as she can.
Yelder.
Well,
7 straight free throws.
We've talked about it all night. Shooting such a premium tonight on the floor. With the free throw shooting, it's been a lifesaver for these Lady Cats.
It's a question at the clock who the foul was on. Foul was on the scoreboard is saying number 44, Jazz Coleman. That was her 2nd. We'll just trust the scoreboard because we can't hear the public address announcer, and we'll watch Maya Yelder as she tries and does make her 8th free throw in a row. And they've all 8 been needed. The Lady Cats have got the lead back to 6. They led by 11 at one point in the 3rd quarter. And then Jersey Wolfenbarger pretty much by herself made things really interesting. The lead was 1 at one point, 37-36, but the Lady Cats have pulled it back out a little bit here. Wide open underneath, but too far underneath. Jazz Coleman was under the basket and couldn't get the shot up. Yelder, 48-40. Lady Cats up by 8.
Gone on a run ever since they went back to that triangle and 2.
48-40, under 3 minutes to play. A berth in the state title game at stake. Carey, Brashears, back to Carey, deep 3. Side of the rim, out of bounds. Conway basketball. The Lady Cats leading 48-40. And they have gone on a nice run. It was 37-36 at one point. An 11-4 run since then has given them this 8-point advantage. Got to get the ball in and cross the timeline. Got 10 seconds to cross that line. Going to have to get some help. Smith gets it across. Asia is fouled. 2 free throws coming up. Brenna Cooksey whistled for the foul.
Hard to defend that. That burst. That burst of speed from your team leader there in Asia Smith. Her and Maya Yelder have been going back and forth all night on leading the points. We'll have some updated numbers for you soon.
Smith misses the first free throw. Two and a half to go. The winner gets a North Little Rock squad that just rolled today. Knocked off Little Rock Central 77-38.
It's not going to be the same welcoming environment, though, in Hot Springs.
That is true, yeah. The ultimate, both free throws missed. The ultimate in a neutral court next week in Hot Springs. Floater goes for Keith Tampus. And those 2 missed free throws, and then that quick basket, that's a 4-point swing that makes it a 6-point game. We'll take 30 seconds and come back to North Little Rock on Conway Corp Channel 5. Thank you to our friends at Conway Regional Health System so much. We love bringing these games to you, and we know that we've got folks around the country that are watching. Of course, the Estes family is watching. We've heard from Kathy, the mom. They're up in Bartlesville, Oklahoma, where Henderson State is playing in their conference tournament. Can't be at a point like this in any game, but especially in a Lady Cat game, and not think about Haley Estes and what she did a couple of years ago that sent the Lady Cats to Hot Springs.
I think that's going to be a
foul there, and it will be 1-1.
That's nice. Nice situation here for Conway in these final 2 minutes. Of course, Asia Smith just missed 2. You can see your teammates trying to pump her up here. You make your free throws, you're going to win this game.
I think that's exactly right. Both teams have 3 timeouts remaining, 2 minutes and 18 seconds to go. Three straight misses, but a follow there by Cardrina Nolan. Northside lost focus, and Cardrina was able to slip in from behind and get the rebound and goes to the line. A huge mistake there by Northside.
Mercy.
They had to know that it was 1-1. They weren't prepared for it. Nolan.
Oh, okay. I just need to see one go in. They were doing so well, and then we had a little dry spell from the free throw line. Whew. Lead
back to 8, 50-42. We approach the 2-minute mark of the state semifinal game. And it has been a great one, exactly what we expected.
And Conway still 2 fouls to give.
Nolan, Cardrina Nolan with the block, tries to save it. It's going to stay on this end. Yeah, 2 fouls to give before they go to the free throw line. Brashears, Tampus gets it, finds Tracy Brashears, too strong. Nolan another rebound, and she will go to the line where she just hit 2 in a row. You said it, Levi, it's going to become a free throw shooting contest.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do the math in my head. I think we were at 14 of 20 when she went to the line last time, or 14 of I guess 19 because she missed the 1-and-1.
And just real quickly here, I don't want to miss this moment. That foul was called on Sarah Brashears. Their best player has fouled out of the game. 33, Sarah Brashears is out.
Yeah, that's 11 points, your leading scorer, going to the bench for Northside.
She had 30 yesterday in their win over Bentonville.
Money.
Nolan hits the free throw. Yeah, Sarah Brashears scored 30 points yesterday, and now she has fouled out tonight and was leading the way tonight, so that's a huge loss for the Lady Bears. Chance to make it a 10-point lead. Got it. Cardrina Nolan, the senior, does not want to see her career come to a close tonight. Less than 2 minutes away from one more game. Green, between the circles. Carry for 3. Too long, saved by Green. In the corner, Tampus. Kicking it back out. That's Green for 3. Blocked, but a foul will be called. And they're going to say 3 free throws upcoming. They're calling it on Maya Yelder, and that's Maya's 4th. Yelder with 4 and 3 free throws upcoming for Sydney Green.
First one got there, got the block. Second one got the hand.
Yep.
So it's a tough spot there for your Lady Cats. I mean, let's be honest, it's a bad foul right there.
First free throw is missed.
Lady Cats have been to the free throw line twice as much as Northside tonight.
Second free throw missed.
And shooting about 10 percentage points better.
Yeah.
And I mean that's been the difference in this game.
Yes. Lady Cats are going to get a chance to go back to the free throw line themselves. There's 90 seconds left, and they're leading by 10 with this free throw upcoming. And 1 of 3 is made, so it's a 9-point game.
Yeah, and the next foul, it's not just going to be a 1-and-1. They'll be in the double bonus.
Yelder will throw it in. And a timeout called by Coach Ashley Nance. We'll take it with them. 1:31 to go in the ball game. 30 seconds, and we are back on Conway Corp, Channel 5.
Your life is about to change forever, and Conway Regional will be with you every step of the way. We're committed to being the best. That's why our OBGYNs won't deliver anywhere else. Your newborn will benefit from our groundbreaking nursery alliance with Arkansas Children's Hospital. And as you adapt to the new world that's in front of you, know that everyone at Conway Regional is all on the same team. Yours. One team, one promise, Conway Regional.
Coach Ashley Nance trying to get her Lady Cats back to the state title game once again. They went 3 straight years, didn't make it a year ago, trying to make it 4 out of 5 seasons. The trips to Hot Springs. Yelder will throw it in, finds Alyssa Netherlane. Yelder, got to get it across the timeline. She finds Netherlane, got to hurry. Rotzel, wide open. Cardrina Nolan will go to the line.
No, they're calling it
on the ground.
Oh, I thought he called the travel there for a second.
Still going to be 2 shots. That is the 10th foul. So.
I swear that referee started to do the travel motion, and about halfway through the circle,
he stopped himself.
He stopped, and oh, man.
Nolan at the line.
Now 19 of 24, so shooting right around 80%.
Wow. Cardrina Nolan was very loose before the game. Watching her on the sideline, kind of dancing and playing with Coach Gifford and Coach Nance, and just in the best mood. And she has played a fantastic game tonight. She steps to the line. Chance to make the lead 11. In and out, no good. It remains 10.
Yeah, she's got 7 points and 14 rebounds, the senior.
What a game. 10-point lead. Brashears has it knocked away as she passes to Sierra Carey. Yelder behind the back, dribbles between everybody, and is fouled. How about that? And the Conway fans across from us rise to their feet and realize they are watching magic tonight. Maya Yelder has been spectacular.
The handle.
1:04 to go, and the Lady Cats are up 10. Yelder, the junior. Too strong.
She's tired, Jeff. Yeah.
The way this team trains and works and works and trains and works again for moments just like this when they're exhausted to shoot free throws, and that made free throw with 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go ties the biggest lead of the night for the Lady Cats. Tampus' shot is no good. Asia Smith still working despite the 11-point lead and less than a minute to go. Knocks the ball out of bounds. Northside will throw it in. 53 seconds to play. Pass out to Green. Crossover, loses the basketball, out of bounds. Going to go the other way. Going to say it's off Sydney Green. Lady Cats 47 seconds away from going to the state championship game. Yelder into Asia Smith, back to Yelder. Reagan Rotzel. Reagan passes to Cardrina Nolan. Shot is missed. 35 seconds. Brashears gets the ball across the line.
See Coach Nance trying to draw her Lady Cats
Yelder,
off.
28 seconds. Maya Yelder is going to dribble around. No fouls coming. The Lady Cats are going to go back to Hot Springs, and they are going to play North Little Rock for a state championship next weekend. Fantastic performance tonight by Coach Ashley Nance, and these Lady Cats, they will improve to 27-3, and they will take on North Little Rock next weekend. We'll know at 2 o'clock tomorrow when they will play. We will let you know all throughout our social media platforms when we know. We're going to wrap things up quickly here because there's another game to come, and we want to give them time to get set up. Watch our social media platforms. We'll tell you about when the Cats will be playing North Little Rock next week. One final note.
20 points from Asia Smith, 18 from Maya Yelder. They shot 75% from the free throw line tonight.
14 rebounds from Cardrina Nolan. Fantastic. Thank you so much for watching. Our apologies for some technical difficulties that we had. But again, watch our social media platforms to know when these Lady Cats are playing North Little Rock next weekend for a state championship in Hot Springs. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time with Conway Corp Channel 5.